Man, Emerald Stoney, give it up, come on.
Nobody wishing. I hope you play your position. I don't want nobody listening. I see the hurt.
How we doing, everybody? How y'all feeling? Woo! Fuck yeah, that's what I like to hear. So let me introduce myself. My name is Emerald Stoney. Emerald because I was born in the month of May, and everyone knows that the gemstone is an emerald. Stoney because I don't know if you noticed, but I'm higher than a motherfucker right now. Like, I am stoned out the ass. I took 40 milligrams of edibles before I came here. I looked it up on Google. That's equivalent of 3.3 joints. That's a lot of fucking weed. But I love it. It's amazing. It keeps me calm. It helps me go to sleep. It helps me eat some food. It helps me get fat. For some reason, I have this fast ass metabolism. So I just keep, I just look slim. I love it. But the thing about being high though is I think about really, really dumb shit all the time. And I know that's normal for stoners. But I think about like the most off the wall type shit. Like, I've always wanted to know if blind people's hands stink.
What?
I know. Sounds crazy, right? Sounds crazy. But stick with me for a minute. They have to touch everything to see, right? So what if they wipe their ass? Because everyone knows that people who go into the bathroom, they don't normally wash the handle like that. He can't see nothing. So you tell me you think he got caca on his fucking fingers? And he's over here just tapping the floor with the fucking stick. And he got the fucking nerve to say, I want to see what your face feels like. And trying to touch your face. Man, bitch, get over. What's wrong? Wash your hands. Oh, I'm sorry. He don't know any better. And another thing I be thinking about is like, for us people who can see, a mystery box is scary as fuck because you don't know what the fuck you're putting your hand into. Imagine a blind person sticking his hand into a mystery box and he just feeling around and this nigga's getting scared thinking it's a brain. Plot twist, it's just ground turkey. But he don't know that. He don't know that shit. It's not even gonna pull his hand out and smell it and he wipe cock out his fingers, Another thing I thought about was, if you can physically drink a drink, right? Why can't you food a food? Right? Like if you really think about it, you could drink a drink, but you can't food a food. Ain't that some shit? I think it is. What's crazy, I have a gay brother, right? And I love that man to death. I really do. But I'm jealous of him. I'm really jealous. Not because he's gay, but because he could eat food regularly, right? So, okay, stick with me. So, a banana, gay. A popsicle, what the fuck? A hot dog, oh my God. I have to eat everything like that. This nigga's so gay, he eats corn like this. I was just kidding. I've never seen him eat corn before. I'm too scared to find out. Nah, but I love him, man. I love him. See, I like gay people though because they tell the truth. Like, you go to your homie and you be like, yo, you think this shirt look gay? He be like, nah, bro, you look good. He's your boy, But if you go to a gay guy and be like, does this shirt make me look gay? He'd be like, I don't know. Do you feel gay? I'm not too sure. Ladies, I understand that you think that men only want one thing. And that is correct, we do, but we also want you to make a sandwich too. Like, I gotta be honest. But we also want you to really boost our egos for real, right? Because women have pride, men have egos. Just boost our egos. Like right before sex, if you know your man got a little dick, right? Tell him, baby, it's okay. It's like a house. It's small on the outside, but big on the inside. Boost that motherfucker's ego. Trust me, he'll be a lot happier. Like, for real? Yeah, absolutely. You want me to suck your dick, that little tic-tac? You know what I mean? I'm just saying. I don't have to worry about that though. I got enough. I got enough. I got enough. And I work it pretty well. That's for a different time. So recently, I was in the hospital, right? All February, I was fucked up. The first week, I ended up getting the viral stomach bug. I hated that shit. Second week, I ended up getting the goddamn flu right after, back to back. I was like, Jesus Christ. Third week, I was like, I feel a little better. Maybe I can smoke some weed. So I smoked a little bit. I don't think that was a good decision because on week 4, my chest was hurting real bad. Real bad. So I was like, man, what the fuck is going on? So I go to the hospital and they take my temperature, right? Take my temperature and it's 103. And I was like, okay. Then they took my blood cells and shit and they was like, yeah, your WBC is 23.9. I was like, excuse me, doc, I never been to a women's basketball championship ever in my life. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. And I have never scored 23.9 points. He was like, no, we're talking about your white blood cell count. And I was like, oh, but that don't sound that bad. He goes, don't sound that bad. He said the average is between 2 and 9. And I was like, and you said, Mama, what? He said 23.9. I said, God damn. What that mean? He was like, you got something going on. So you gotta go to the ER, like, get in this fucking room. I was like, okay, so I go in the fucking room. Then the nurse hands me a gown, right? And I put it on like a trench coat. So when the nurse came back, she was like, whoa, why'd you take out? I said, I look at that eye to eye. I looked at eye to eye, right? And I was like, ma'am, first off, I didn't shave my ass. If you think I'm gonna have my ass hanging out around all these beautiful fucking nurses, you out your goddamn mind. So she brought me another one. So now I have like a 360 gown going on, right? And I even asked, I was like, what's the gowns for anyways? Like, wait, she was like, you need a CT scan. But she said it so fast. She was like, you need a CT scan. I was like, I need a titty scan. She was like, no, you need a CT scan. I was like, what's that? She was like, an x-ray to find out what the fuck's wrong with your body. So I was like, oh, all right, cool. Get that done. As soon as I'm back in the room, right, about 15, 20 minutes later, a doctor comes in and was like, so I got some really, really bad news. And I was like, oh shit, what could it be? What is it, doc? He was like, you have a very, very severe case of pneumonia in your left lung. I said, what? Pneumonia? But it's cold. I don't go swimming. What are you talking about? He was like, swimming? He was like, I don't know what you're talking about. He was like, and you also have sepsis. Sepsis? I don't even know what that means. Is that like AIDS or something? What the fuck is that? My wife is sitting right next to me. I'm like, fuck, you can't say that shit next to her. She's like, yeah. How in the motherfucker am I going to explain this shit? I was like, what the fuck is sepsis? It was like, that means you have a very bad infection and it's fucking up your other organs and you're basically dying. And I was like, what? For real? I was like, oh my God. Again. How the fuck am I gonna explain this to my motherfucking wife? And she's trying to keep her cool. And she ended up messaging me when she went home. She was like, oh babe, I'm in tears. And I was like, fuck. I was like, it's gonna be cool, it's gonna be alright. So, they sent me upstairs with a whole bunch of IVs and shit. And now I'm in a actual room, not the ER. And I'm like, well, this ain't that bad, because I'm by myself. Right? I'm like, alright, ain't that bad. They told me I was gonna have the window seat, but I'm next to the bathroom. Whatever. What the fuck ever. It's not like I could move my motherfucking bed myself. Then, about 5 minutes later, they wheel in another body. Sit them right next to me. Now, the only thing in between us is the curtains. They never told me this motherfucker had dementia. They never told me he had dementia. So I was like, no way. He's over here screaming, help, help me. Somebody help me. God, please help me. Oh, fuck you, get out of here. I was like, who the fuck's he talking to? Who is he talking to? He said that shit about 3 or 4 times. And no nurses was coming. So I was like, so I ripped the curtain back and I was like, yo, my man, who are you talking to? He said, who are you? I said, Jesus. Who the fuck are you? He goes, Jesus? And I was like, yeah, why are you cursing? He was like, I need help. Help with what? I don't know. What are you talking about you don't know? Where's my wife? I don't know. She ain't here with you. She was like, he said, well, can you get a nurse for me? I said, motherfucker, you have a red button on your bed just like I do. Hit the button. He was like, which one? I said, oh my God. So I grabbed it and I started pushing mine. I started pushing mine rapidly. Now I'm screaming, help, help me. Somebody help me. The nurse finally come in, what's the problem? I'm like, this guy's asking for help. It was like, yeah, he has dementia. Again, I didn't know that. I'm like, what? Dementia? I look at him, he looks at me, and I'm like, I was just kidding. I'm not Jesus. He goes, oh, you're the devil. I was like, what? How in the fuck did you come up with that conclusion? How the fuck am I the... Oh, hell no. So, you know, a few moments later, nurses take care of the situation, defuse this crazy ass ticking bomb, and they leave. Then he has the nerve to look at me again and be like, how did I get here? I'm like, were you not paying attention? They told you why you came in here. You was discharged the other day. Right before you opened up your door to your house, you fell in your house. So they brought you back. He was, well then can you call my wife? I said, how the fuck am I going to call your wife? I don't have her number. He was like, well, can you call my daughter? I said, you got a daughter? I don't know. What? What are you talking about you don't know? It's your kid. Right? And it was like, what are you talking about? What am I talking? Oh my God. So, again, hitting the motherfucking button. The nurse comes. I'm like, can you please remove me? Because he keeps shitting himself. And the room stinks. I cannot sleep under these conditions. Get me the hell out of here. It was like, all right, no problem. So they moved me into a new room. I'm like, I'm learning from my mistakes. Does this motherfucker got dementia too? They was like, nah, he ain't got no dementia. I said, what's wrong with him? It was wrong with him. It was like, he's just in here. I'm like, all right, that's enough fucking information, I guess. They leave. Then this motherfucker starts farting. I'm like, oh no, Jesus Christ. Oh my God. I was in a room full of shit bastards. That's all. It would suck. Excuse me. So, the nurse came in and she was checking my blood pressure with the little strap and the right? And she was like, is it normally like in the 96, 98 area? I'm like, yeah, as far as I know. She goes, that's really, really low. And if it stays like this, you're going to have to stay here for a little longer. I said, what? Oh, no, I'm not staying here. So I had to devise a plan. I was thinking, what am I going to do to get my blood pressure up? And I thought about it real hard. And I was like, wait a minute. Every time you're about to fuck, your heart rate starts beating. Because, you know, you're getting excited. So I'm like, I think I got a master plan. So I thought about every motherfucking nurse that came in to do my shit. I was like, I'm gonna fuck the shit out this nurse. And that worked because when she did the pump thing, she was like, oh my God, it's at 120. I was like, God damn it is. God damn right it is. I ain't staying this motherfucker no more. But I think that's my time. I'm Emerald Stoney. Thank you, everybody.
Yo, give it up for Emerald, man. Give it up for him. Give it up for him. I'm funny as hell.